to my channel, Jamie from Colors. I'm Jamie, and today I thought we would take a break from our mini-series on flowers and we do a little coloring in this beautiful book by Hanna Karlzon. This is her newest book. I believe it translates to like spirit animal or something to that effect. This is coming out in an English edition, I think around August or something this fall. This is the Swedish edition. I did get it off Etsy. I'll link it in the description box down below if you can still get it there. This is the picture I've picked for today. So one thing that I really like about this book, this is my favorite book of hers of all time. I love it. I want to color the whole thing. But one of the reasons is that there is a person on every 2-page spread, and then there is their spirit animal. So it's just a beautiful way. I just love it. So like this person, fox, you know, and that's through the whole book. We have a witch, we have frogs, we have the lady, we have the crabs, and you get the picture. So I just love it. This is one that I colored on my own that I just finished. I'm considering putting a black background in. It might just make the spider pop a little bit. I didn't want to color the spider black. I wanted him to look a little more mechanic. So I think I might put a black background in. I think it might just make it pop a little bit more, but I love it. I used Prismacolors and some Holbeins on the face. The rest of it is Prismacolor and then some gel pen and, well, one gel pen and then some Posca paint pens, so the gold and these green dots are Posca paint pen. So it gives it kind of a shine to it, makes it feel a little more mechanical. So anyways, just a beautiful book. But I thought we would do this one. So tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this, it's tonight for me. I just put my kids to bed. I'm going to work on the girl, and then on Friday we'll do the goose. So that's my plan. So let me get zoomed in. Oh, and another thing, since I used Prismacolors and Holbeins on the other picture, I thought it would be fun to try my polychromos in this book. I don't use them a lot, but I do like them in the Hanna Karlzon book, so I thought I would try them out on here. So that's my plan. We might pull some other things. I'm kind of thinking maybe like black background in the circle and then black around the circle. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, but anything I use is in the description box down below. You just have to push that little down arrow and a thing, like it's a list, pulls out, and all the links to everything I use or where I got the book is there available to you, as well as I always put what I'm using up in the corner or somewhere on the page. I try to put it so it's not where I'm coloring, so if that corner doesn't work, it's somewhere else. But it's on there, and you can follow along. So let's zoom in and get started. Okay, as I'm picking colors for her, I want to keep the goose in mind that's on the other page so that I make sure that they can go together, and the colors that I use on her I can use on somewhere on the goose, whether in the crown or the ribbon. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm trying to pick colors. I'm thinking kind of a gray goose, so that means I want probably her feathers here to be gray because they probably came off the goose. So I'm just kind of thinking we want a skin tone, obviously, and then hair. We could even do, and I'm thinking gold for the headpiece and the crown. So what color to do her skin and her hair? We have this ribbon on the goose, and we also have like an orange beak on the goose, right? Or are goose's beaks black? Goose images. Let's see what my computer says here. Okay, so it kind of depends on what kind of goose we have. Alright, so here's kind of, I can't show you because it's on my computer. Maybe I can pop in a picture on your screen. But there's a goose here that's kind of grayish brown. He does have an orange beak. Or we have the Canadian geese that have black bodies and or a black head and neck, and then a black beak. But this doesn't look like a Canadian goose because Canadian goose has kind of like a white there. So I'm kind of leaning towards that grayish brownish one and do an orange beak. So maybe we could put, orange hair is kind of a lot, but we could put some orange tones in her hair. Okay, I think I'll do the brownish grayish goose with an orange beak. Gold crown, which makes her feathers kind of a grayish brown. We could do kind of a, what about like a deep purple? That might be fun. Okay, so let's grab a few colors here. Okay, so that's going to be my jumping off point. All right. It's all listed down below, so if I didn't say any, go check. Okay, so I have a pencil sharpener. Some of these are going to need to be sharpened, so that's my next tool. So I haven't even colored anything yet. Sorry, guys. So this is my Coom pencil sharpener. I'll have it linked down below. But I lost it. I couldn't find it. I was very upset. And I keep it in this big old Tupperware dish, so I don't know how I lost it. I looked all over for 2 days. I looked all over for this pencil sharpener, and they're not expensive. Like, you can buy 3 of them on Amazon for $8. So they're not expensive, but I was just ticked. I couldn't find it. I wasn't liking my other pencil sharpener. My thing kept breaking, getting stuck. It was just dumb. I was really mad. And so I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna order these pencils, some more sharpeners. I get 3 for $8. And he was like, I don't know, Jamie. That is a lot. That is gonna break the bank. You're gonna have to go without breakfast. I just don't think we can afford that. He was teasing me, of course. He was teasing me. And I was like, oh, I'll sacrifice my breakfast. I need the pencil sharpener. I'll sacrifice my breakfast. And then I said, just watch. As soon as I push order on Amazon or purchase or whatever it is, as soon as I push it, I'll walk into the other room and I'll find the pencil sharpener. So I ordered the pencils for the sharpener. I pushed the purchase button, walked into my room, and found my pencil sharpener. But now I've got backups. If I lose it again, I've got backups. So anyways, if you can't find something, just order another one. It will show up. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at her skin first. I always like to do the skin first. I always figure if you mess up the skin, it's better if you don't have everything else colored. You're not as attached yet. So I'm going to take, this is Light Flesh 132, and okay, there's going to be some hair. Maybe we'll have to do the inside of her crown or headpiece there a different color because the hair doesn't seem to be... Okay, so we'll say that that's another color. Okay, so let's put this down on her face. Just circular motions, light pressure. Now the polychromos don't blend the same way as Prismacolors, so I do struggle with them a little bit more just because I use my Prismacolors a lot more. They are a beautiful pencil though, but you have to kind of layer with them. So instead of, I don't know, with the Prismacolors I almost feel like I'm laying down color and then I'm kind of taking a pencil and mushing the color together and kind of and with the polychromos you kind of just have to keep putting layer on top of layer. You can't really mush the color together the same way. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. So I do my mini series in real time, but I will, if I haven't already, I will be speeding up this one, so it's not in real time. Okay, we'll need that color again, so I'll set it aside. All right, let's take let's take Cinnamon 189, and I'm gonna put this kind of in the shadows. Okay, that gives us an idea of the shading. Obviously we need to do a little more. We don't want to keep her like this, but gives us a rough idea. You can see that I have put shading underneath the headdress, gone down the side of the nose, around the nostril here, then we have underneath the lip and kind of the cheek here. You kind of have a hollow in your cheek there if you feel, or if you do makeup contouring, you kind of have like a hollow in your cheek there, and it depends on the person and how deep that hollow is, but you do. So I put a little bit of shading there. It'll blend out a little bit and it won't be this prominent when we're finished, but I just like to put a little hint of that in there. I do think we need to get a little bit darker right up along everything. So we'll pick another color to go there. Maybe something we're using already that we've picked out for another portion. Maybe let's do that. Let's grab Nougat. This is 178. So I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna be very soft with this pencil because it's going to be quite a bit. So I want to be very soft with it. It's going to be darker, so I don't want to press hard, but I just kind of want to put this in those spots where there would be a lot of shadow, you know? Okay. All right, we'll set this aside if we need it again. We'll have it. Okay, let's grab this is medium flush 131, and I'm going to go right over the top of the cinnamon and the nougat and just blend it out. So I'm just going to go right over the top of it and then go a little bit past it as well. So that color will build up on top and then past as well. Okay, let's put in some, this is Dark Flush 130, and it's very pink. I don't know why they call this a flesh color, but maybe it'll be good for some cheeks. So we'll kind of put some in here for some to pink up her cheeks a little bit. Okay, then I think I'm going to take a little bit of cream and I'm going to put this down her nose, right under her eyebrow, right across her cheek right here above the blush and under the eye. I'm going to go right above the lip. Right along the jaw and right on her chest right here. Okay. It's just going to add a little bit of highlight, but we're going to go over it with the light flesh again. Okay, so go back to that light flesh 132, right? Yeah, I have a hard time reading these. Alright, so we'll just do that light pressure again, light circles, and just go over everything. Okay, so I'm just adding any more layers of this light flesh. I'm taking a look at my picture and deciding if there's any spots that I want darker or pinker or even more highlighted yellow. Like what do I need in this picture? All right, now I'm gonna take a blending stump. Make sure it's clean. You can do that with a little, this is an emery board, or if you have sandpaper. Just make sure it's clean. And I think I'm going to use it dry tonight, so I'm not putting any solvents on it. I'm just using it dry, and I'm just going to kind of press the pigment into the paper. So I am using pressure this time, going in circular motions and just trying to kind of press and smooth out that pigment. All right, let me do a piece of her hair, and then I'll do the rest of it off screen, just so we can save a little time. Okay, so I think we'll start with the darkest color for her hair, which I've pulled dark indigo. I have not tried these colors together, but I just am going to trust and believe that they're going to look amazing. So I'm going to pull this color right out from underneath this headpiece. If you struggle with hair, I have a mini series on hair you can go check out. Okay. And everything I do here, I'm going to do all over her hair. So I'm just putting that indigo where shadows are going to be. Okay. Then let's go to, we're just going to work our way to the lightest color. So our next color is mauve. And I'm going to go right over the top of that indigo and then flick it out past. Okay, then let's go to our next lightest color, which is going to be purple violet. We're going to go and start way back out and go right over the top of the indigo, over the top of the mauve, and very lightly pull it out past. Okay, then we're going to take, this is Cold Gray 2. And we're going to do the same thing. We kind of want to fill in all those empty spaces we left. Move in the direction of the hair, never perpendicular. And we're filling out the rest of that. Beautiful, and we have some pretty purple hair. Okay, and then let's take some of that indigo and let's put it in her eyebrow here. Along the bottom, up to the edge. And then take the mauve, do the same thing. And then the purple. All right, we'll just finish up the hair. So there's her hair. Now we want to do some feathers. So I've got those grays and that brown that I pulled before. Let me make sure this is focused. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna grab the Nougat, which is the brown, and I'm gonna come right out from underneath her ear and up this edge right here where she has these lines. I'm going to put those brown. Okay, and just do it on all of them. Okay, and then let's take our darkest gray, which is the gray 4. Yeah, cold gray 4. We're going to go over that brown and up the other edge that's underneath, right there. Okay, then let's get our next lightest color, which is Cold Gray 3. And let's pull it up this outside edge a little bit. And then go over the inside here. Okay, then let's take just a little bit of the cream and put right on kind of the tip of each feather. Okay, and then I need to sharpen my but this is the Cold Gray 2. And we're going to go over all of it. Okay, so we'll just do all of the feathers just like that. All right, let's talk about some of the gold on her. So we have our colors for gold. Let's start, I'm going to use Nougat as well. All right, so let's start with our cream, and let's base coat the gold in cream. So I'll just do a little bit here. Okay. Let's go ahead and base coat what's inside as well. Alright, and then let's take this is dark Naples. We'll put in some shading with this, so we kind of want to go over everything but keep a little bit of a highlight. So we'll keep like a little highlight there. Keep a little highlight at the top there, right there. Maybe we'll keep a highlight right there in the center. Okay. Oh, and we want to, let's fill in the center as well. Okay, then let's take, this is burnt ochre, and we'll just keep our shading a little closer in. Okay, then we're going to take Nougat and keep it even closer. Okay, then we're going to take orange glaze and just go over that nugget. Okay, and then just put black right here where it touches her ear and the feathers. And then maybe right along the bottom of each of these. Alright, then let's take the cream and go over all of it again. Okay, then you can go in and, you know, orange anything up or make anything darker that you want darker. So just do that with the rest of the headpiece. There's a gem here that we'll do separate. And then you can also do, I think we're going to do all of her jewelry gold, but leave the beads there. And the same with this little piece. Okay, I'll get all that done and then I will be back. My husband's going to be home in a minute, so it might be tomorrow when I get back to you. But for you, it'll be like... Alright, so I finished up the gold and I did go ahead and color these. We'll color, there's a couple more down here that we'll do. And then also the gem on her forehead. And then I used this gel pen. It doesn't have a name or anything, a number on the little bits. So we'll use that too. Alright, she is looking very good. I've been thinking about it, and the more I look at my markers and different things that I have, I think we'll just do black around each circle and just leave the inside white. I think it'll be good contrast and we won't be adding another color. So I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. So let's do these gems. So there's one on her forehead. So I've pulled a couple more colors. Let's see here. We have orange glaze, which we used in the gold, and then we have light cadmium red and dark cadmium yellow. So we'll start with the light cadmium red, number 117. And let's put some of this in there. Get a little shadow on our gem. Okay, and let's take that here on this one as well. And then and then we have these down here. We're just gonna do all of them the same. Bring it down the side. Gonna through lines in there. Okay, then let's take our orange glaze, number 113. And we'll go over the top of that red. And fade it out a little bit. You can go back in with a white gel pen or white Posca paint pen and add highlights or sparkles or anything that we may want to add. It is spring break around here. I'm going on, this is day 6 of me being alone with my children and with them being off their schedules. And if you love an autistic person, you know that being off their schedule is really hard. And it can be very tiring for the caregiver. So I'm just hanging in there. Today's Thursday now. My neighbor's doing yard work. I don't know. He loves yard work. And anyways, my husband is home tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So he's home tomorrow and I'm just hanging in there. He promised me I could go get a pedicure or go shopping or something tomorrow to get out from the house and away from all the whining and craziness. I love my kids, but well, it's so hard when they have to change their schedule abruptly. Dark Cadmium Yellow at 108. Like, we'll adjust when it's summertime because then, you know, it'll be the same every day, but it takes a couple of weeks to adjust into it and for Curly to feel good about what's going on, you know, and that this is his new schedule. And that 1 week off for spring break is just not enough time to adjust into a new schedule. So I'm just putting this over the whole thing. I think I'll take these colors and do right here as well. Okay. Perfect. All right. She has a few freckles on her face. I think I'm going to take the burnt ochre that we used in the gold and kind of put a little color in those freckles. All right, and then her eyes. Let's see, I think, yeah, let's just do like a dark brown. They're pretty small, so let's take the Nougat and we'll just kind of that in there, and then a little of the black we'll put right in the middle. Just make them kind of dark. And then for her lips, let's grab the dark flesh. Let's put some of that in there. Do kind of a natural lip, I think. And then let's grab let's grab some cinnamon. Let's put a little bit of that in there as well. And then the light flesh to just kind of blend it all. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Oh, I think she looks fabulous. Alright, now we're going to take this gel pen. I will have the pack of gel pens that I purchased off of Amazon linked down below. They don't have any numbers or anything, so I can't tell you specifically which one I'm using. But it's like a dark antique gold kind of bronzy color. So I just like the contrast it gives, and it has a little sparkle. And I'm just gonna do all like the little bits on these gems, like the little, what are they called, that holds the gem in place? Ugh, my neighbor is obsessed with his wand. Oh well. Okay, and then all these little bits down here as well. I like just the little bit of sparkle that this pen adds. I think it's pretty. Okay, and so I think the only thing left on this side of our spread is to do the black background. So what I've been doing lately with my black is I'll use the Posca white or Posca paint pen. These ones are black. I have them in a ton of different sizes, so that's what I use. I'll just do a little bit. I'm not gonna do the whole thing for you guys, but I'll do a little bit, especially with the lawnmower going. My goodness. But this little teeny one with a nice sharp point is great to get in these little areas in between. It takes some time, but it's just kind of nice, relaxing. You don't have to think about it, you know? And it's easier than a paintbrush, I think. You have a little more control because it's not, you know, flimsy. So. So I'll just go around and do the whole thing black, and you'll see that finished on Friday. So come back on Friday. Oh, just move out again. So come back on Friday and we will color this side of our spread, and I will tell you the story of a Canadian goose that decided my brother would be a good friend. So come back, I'll tell you that story, and we'll finish coloring this 2-page spread. So until then, I hope you guys have a great week and you find time to relax, enjoy yourself, and spend some time coloring. Bye!